Hey guys, what's up? It's Will here, back for another video, and today we're starting a new series. This is going to be called Park Battles, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, we're just going to be fighting two parks, and today we are doing Thorpe Park versus Alton Towers. So this is going to be really cool. Now, let's start the battle. Okay guys, so first up we have the Smiler versus Colossus. Now obviously the Smiler's at Alton Towers and Colossus is at Thorpe Park. The Smiler's definitely a better ride. Colossus is quite rough, but the Smiler's a world record breaker, most inversions in the world for 14 inversions, which is really good. So these points are going to be going to the Smiler. Okay, on to the next coaster battle. Next up, we have Oblivion versus Soar the Ride. Now, there's only one real winner for this. It has to go to Soar the Ride, because when it opened in 2009, it had the steepest drop in the world at 100 degrees. I know Oblivion did too, because the world's first vertical drop roller coaster. But Soar's got much better theming. Oblivion, it does have a theme, I guess. Like, you're gonna plunge into Oblivion, it's sort of sci-fi themed, but Soar's just got a much better theme, so these points will be going to Soar, and also Soar's got lots of inversions. So it has 3 and Oblivion has 0, but they both do have overbanks, but I'd say Soar's overbank is way better. But now let's move on to the next one. Okay, next up we have 13 at Alton Towers versus X at Thorpe Park. Now, at first I was tempted to give these points to X because it's indoors and it does look very good. I haven't actually ridden on X yet, but it does look very good. But 13 I have ridden on it and it looks very good. Well, it looks very good off-ride, even though you can hardly see it, but it also looks very good on-ride, because there's all this scenery, and that drop really caught me by surprise on first time. So these points will definitely be going to 13. Right, on to the next coaster bite. Next up, we have two coasters made by Intamin. They're both great rides, Rita versus Stealth. Now these points, there's only one real winner. It has to go to Stealth. Yes, Rita definitely lasts longer, but if you think about it, it doesn't really have a drop. I mean, you can argue that it has a drop on the end of the airtime hills, because it does have quite a lot of airtime hills. Stealth only has 2, because the top hat gives you quite a bit of airtime, and also that end airtime hill. It sometimes gives you airtime, depending on what row you're on Stealth. But mainly the top hat. But these points are definitely going to go to Stealth because it's taller and it's just a more forceful and better ride in my opinion. Okay, on to the next coaster fight. Okay, now on to Galactica versus a Swarm. Now this was extremely hard. Now, if Galactica was still air, the points would go to air. But because it's changed to Galactica, I hate the VR on Galactica. Some people they say it's not that bad, but I absolutely hate it. It makes me feel really sick, so that's why I never wear the VR on Galactica. I just ride it as air. I think it's a lot better as air, but mainly people ride it with the VR, so these points have to go onto the Swarm, because in my opinion it's the best themed ride. Not in Europe, Taron is definitely at Phantasialand, sorry. But this is the best theme ride in the UK by far. This is so amazing. The Swarm, it's so cool. It may not be the most forceful ride, but the theming is amazing, so that's why the Swarm will be taking these points. Okay, next up we have Nemesis, which is definitely the most amazing ride that I've ever ridden on, versus Nemesis Inferno, which I think, well, it's not rough, but it can sometimes be a bit shaky. Feel free to not agree with me and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think Nemesis Inferno is a bit shaky, but Nemesis is super smooth and it's very intense too. So that's why I really like Nemesis, and the theming is really good. It doesn't really have, well, I'll say that, it does have a theme, Nemesis does, but it's not really about that theme, it's about all the scenery around it and stuff. So that's why Nemesis will be taking these points. But Nemesis Inferno is still a good ride. It hasn't got the best theming, but it's still not a bad themed ride. So, but Nemesis will be taking these points. Okay, now moving on to the kiddie rides, we have the Runaway Mine Train versus the Flying Fish. Well, the Runaway Mine Train has got so much better theme, and also it's in a good place. It's next to the Congo River Rapids and it interacts with it. So Alton Towers will be taking these points, but Flying Fish, they're both made by Mac, but Flying Fish, it passes through the station. Well, so does the Runaway Mine Train, but I just think the Runaway Mine Train is just a way better ride. So that is exactly why the Runaway Mine Train will be taking these points. Okay, so next up we have the two amazing kiddie areas. Now, CBeebies Land is definitely the best themed kiddie area in the whole of the UK. It is so good. So basically, if you have kids, even if they just don't want to go to CBeebies Land, take them there because they will love it. I promise you, they will love it. So just take them there, and it's not even a long walk. You just need to walk straight in, and it's just by the side. So that is definitely why CBeebies Land will be taking these points over Angry Birds Land, which it's not bad, but it's more thrilling than like a place where children can chill out and stuff like that. But because Angry Birds Land, it has Detonator, but CBeebies Land, it's all about just like little kids preparing them for big roller coasters. Well, Angry Birds Land, all it is just more of a thrilling area. So that's definitely why CBeebies Land will be taking these points. Okay, so next up we have the Thorpe Park flat rides. They have so many, compared to Alton Towers is 2. So Thorpe Park will be going up to 11 because they have 6 flat rides: Samurai, Vortex, Quantum, Zodiac, Detonator and Rush. In no particular order, but they have 6 flat rides, so 1 point for each, and that makes them go up to 11. Okay, on to the Alton Towers flat rides. Okay, next up we have the Alton Towers flat rides. So there's Enterprise and the Blade. I know they have more, but these are the two main ones which get the biggest queues. So I guess it's not really about the queues, it's just really about how thrilling they are. But these are the two most thrilling flat rides here. So that is why they will be taking 2 points for the Blade and Enterprise, which bumps them up to 7. Which Thorpe Park is on at 11. So can Alton Towers make a comeback? Find out. Okay, so next up we have the scenery and overall park experience. So this is a question which is worth 2 points because this is throughout the whole park experience. So Alton Towers, it has to take these 2 points. So I could not find a picture of any just Thorpe Park plain scenery. So as you can see, I've got a picture of Nemesis Inferno with a couple of trees around it and Detonator in the background. That was the best I could do. But for Alton Towers, it's my home park, and you can definitely see, like, it's so pretty. You can see the towers and stuff. And what sometimes ruins it is you can see the smiler through it, and it kind of ruins like your view. But Alton Towers definitely has better scenery, and it definitely has better food. So Alton Towers will be taking these 2 points. Okay, so this is the final score. Quite a few might have predicted this. Thorpe Park has won. Well, Alton Towers, I would say, definitely would have won if they had more flat rides. Thorpe Park just takes it away from Alton Towers because they have so many flat rides. So that is why Thorpe Park has won. But stay tuned for more of these park battles, and also leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and also do me a favour and press that subscribe button. Thanks and bye.